Most people never realize that one of the most important moments in human history left behind no monument, no fossil, and no name. Somewhere, tens of thousands, perhaps even millions of years ago, a human being smiled in a way that another human instantly understood. That silent expression may have changed our species forever. But who was the first person to smile? And more importantly, why did smiling evolve at all? At first, the answer seems obvious. Smiling feels so natural that it's easy to imagine humans have always done it. Yet evolution rarely creates something without a reason. Every movement of the face costs energy. Every expression reveals information. In nature, showing emotion can be dangerous. So if smiling survived for millions of years, it must have offered an extraordinary advantage. The story begins long before humans existed. Millions of years ago, our primate ancestors already communicated through facial expressions. Chimpanzees, bonobos, gorillas, and many monkeys still do today. But their expressions don't always mean what ours do. One of the closest examples is called the fear grin. A chimpanzee pulls back its lips to expose its teeth, not because it's happy, but because it's nervous, submissive, or trying to avoid conflict. To human eyes, it almost looks like a smile. Scientists believe our modern smile may have evolved from these ancient expressions. Over countless generations, what once signaled, "I'm not a threat," gradually became something much richer. Instead of simply preventing violence, it began creating trust. That tiny evolutionary shift may have transformed how humans live together. Imagine a small group of early Homo sapiens gathered around a fire at dusk. Every stranger could be a rival. Every misunderstanding could become deadly. Language was still developing. Words were limited. But faces spoke instantly. One relaxed smile could communicate something language couldn't yet express. "I'm safe. I recognize you. You belong here." In a world where survival depended on cooperation, that message had enormous value. Our ancestors weren't the fastest hunters. They weren't the strongest animals. They survived because they cooperated better than almost any other species. They shared food, cared for injured group members, and raised children together. None of this works without trust, and trust often begins before a single word is spoken. Modern neuroscience offers a clue. When we see someone genuinely smiling, our brains react automatically. Specialized networks involved in social understanding become active. We often find ourselves smiling back without even noticing. This unconscious mimicry helps synchronize emotions between people. In other words, smiles are contagious because our brains are built that way. That raises another mystery. If smiling is so useful, why can we instantly tell the difference between a fake smile and a genuine one? The answer lies in muscles. A genuine smile, sometimes called a Duchenne smile, involves not only the muscles around the mouth, but also those around the eyes. The corners of the eyes tighten, creating the familiar crinkling effect. Fake smiles usually activate only the mouth. Your brain detects this difference surprisingly well, often without conscious awareness. This ability likely evolved because trusting the wrong person carried serious consequences. Reading intentions accurately could mean the difference between gaining an ally or falling into danger. As humans became more social, smiles took on new meanings. Parents smiled at infants long before children understood language. Babies, in turn, began smiling within the first months of life. At first, these smiles may occur even during sleep, but social smiles soon emerge in response to familiar faces. Long before they can speak, babies use smiles to strengthen bonds with caregivers. This isn't simply adorable, it's survival. Human babies are unusually helpless compared to many other animals. They require years of care. A baby's smile encourages adults to keep investing time, protection, and affection. At the same time, caregivers instinctively respond with warmth, reinforcing an emotional connection that benefits both. Evolution wasn't just shaping muscles, it was shaping relationships. As civilizations emerged, smiling became something even more complicated. In some ancient societies, broad smiling in formal settings was uncommon because seriousness conveyed authority and self-control. In others, smiling became associated with hospitality, generosity, or peace. Even today, cultures differ in how often people smile and in which situations they consider it appropriate. Yet despite these differences, every known human culture recognizes smiles. That universality suggests something profound. The smile isn't merely a social custom. It's part of our biological heritage, and its influence reaches farther than we usually imagine. Researchers have found that smiling can subtly influence interactions, encourage cooperation, and even help repair strained relationships. Not every smile has these effects, of course. Context matters, sincerity matters,
Wonderful
and
day.
culture matters. But across countless everyday encounters, a simple expression
Let's walk
can shape how
together.
people respond to one another. A conversation changes, a disagreement softens, a stranger feels less threatening. Tiny moments accumulate into stronger communities. Perhaps that's why smiling feels so effortless today. We're inheriting millions of years of evolution packed into a movement lasting only a fraction of a second. So who was the first person who smiled? We'll almost certainly never know. There was no audience to record the moment, no cave painting celebrating it, no ancient storyteller preserving their name. Perhaps it wasn't even a single individual. Evolution rarely works that way. It was likely a gradual transformation repeated across countless generations until one day an expression that once meant fear had become a symbol of friendship. That forgotten face disappeared long ago. But every genuine smile carries a faint echo of it. And the next time someone smiles at you, and you instinctively smile back, you may be participating in one of the oldest conversations our species has ever known, a silent language that began long before history itself.